Hey dreamers, it's your girl Dream and I'm back with another video, and as you can tell by the title, we're doing a winter freestyle set. I haven't been posting long form content, but I made a little poll and people who voted for long form content, so I'm back at it again with some long form content for y'all. And as you can see right now, I'm just prepping the nails for the pop off method. Ain't really nothing to it. You're just doing a layer of cuticle oil. I use matte top coat, matte gel top coat, but you could use the shiny top coat. I just feel like the matte looks better. It's just me. But I do 2 coats of that before I apply the tips. I'm just taking them out so I can put them on my nails. But yeah, remember, cuticle oil, top coat, cuticle oil, top coat, and then you can put your tips on. And they might pop off while you're shaping and all that other stuff, but it's worth it. Just glue it back on. And then you can pop it off again once you glue it back on. If they pop off and you gotta glue them back on though, you have to do the method all over again. Like cuticle oil, top coat, cuticle oil. Y'all get the point, right? I'm applying the tips now, and I'm just making sure they're not crooked. So I hold my hands out in front of me and make sure they're not crooked. I turn, I gotta flip, look, all that, just to make sure they're not crooked. They sometimes do come out crooked. I take it off and I put it back on. We do not want crooked nails over here, y'all. Like, come on now. While I'm applying these nail tips, let me know down below in the comments if y'all like my new intro, and also let me know in the comments if y'all have some square nail tips for me to try out, because these are my favorites, but the company that I get them from does not sell them anymore. So if y'all know a good company that sells non-C-curve, straight square nail tips, please let me know down below. A girl needs them, okay? Now that I have my tips on, I'm just making sure they're straight. I'm making sure I like them. Obviously, I'm happy that I have length back on my nails, but they are a little bit too long for the set I want to do, so I'm cutting them down with my magnets and my nail cutter. Also, everything that I use will be linked down below, so whatever you see in this video that you like, or whatever the case may be, it will be linked down below. I'm taking my magnets. These are a lifesaver because I don't have to worry about making sure the nails are even. The magnets already do that for me. When I get to the thumb, I do cut it a little bit shorter than the rest of the nails. I do that sometimes depending on how I feel. It wasn't short enough, so I went back in and cut it. Now I'm just using clear acrylic to blend my tips to my natural nail instead of using my sanding band, and I only do this when I'm doing the pop-off method. So this is just an easier way in order for me to get everything flush to my natural nail, and so I can have an easier application process. I know y'all see me going in with that nail file. I really haven't even done much yet. I am honestly just cleaning up the sidewalls from that acrylic application. Nothing else to it. I'm just trying to maintain that shape, and it's not necessary. Honestly, I didn't even need to do it, but in the moment, that's what I wanted to do. Now, I usually cut these parts out of my videos where I'm prepping, doing the pop-off method, applying the tips, all that, because I feel like it's very repetitive, and I also feel like it's second nature, but it's second nature to me. I'm not sure who watches my videos, whether you're a beginner nail tech, an experienced nail tech, or just someone who watches for fun and entertainment, but I feel like I should just keep this in, being that I have to go through this process. So I'm like, why not just let y'all come along for the ride? If y'all would much rather me keep these parts out of the video, you can always let me know in the comments, but if you enjoy seeing the full process, let me know and I will continue to add it in the videos. Now I'm just taking my sanitized prep repeat spray, and I'm just making sure that I get all that dust, all that unnecessary. I really created dust for no reason. I did not have to file, y'all. I did not have to. Anyway, I'm still on that. Like, why did I file? It's time for the design underneath our nails. I'm using Makartt Rhinestone glue, I'm using saran wrap, and I'm also using a cuticle pusher and my portable gel lamp just so I can do the little icy look underneath the nails, if y'all know what I mean. If y'all don't know what I mean, I'm about to show you. And honestly, don't do what I do. I used way too much Makartt Rhinestone glue, way too much. You only really need half of what I used, but I was going in, okay? I did this on every nail. Like, you could even see the excess. Oh my gosh. Girl, yeah, I overdid it, and I continue to overdo it, but it's fine. Don't do what I do what I say, okay? And just use less Makartt Rhinestone glue, or just use less gel in general, please. Alright, this is the last clip of me doing this process, and honestly, it was really easy minus me doing too much gel. Other than that, I also found it easy when I put the plastic on and I was moving it all around. You know, you see me doing it, moving it all around. And then when I pressed the lamp, I would also hit the gel to make sure that it cured enough for me to pull off the plastic, and then I would fully cure them all inside the gel lamp. And now we can move on to the acrylic application. I'm using Endless and Frosty Sweets from Secret Nail Affair, and then I'm also using the clear from Mia Secret. Not my favorite, but whatever. And we're going to go in with a thumb first. This set turned out very different than what I expected, what I even had visioned in my mind, because I was inspired by a set that I did last year when I did a split nail. If I feel like it, I'll include the picture from last year, but I wasn't really proud of that set that I did last year. I still posted it, but I wanted to recreate it, and then I just got a whole different idea. I went in a whole new direction for this set instead of what I was inspired by. I still kind of did the split nail, but I incorporated it differently. So each nail, every time I thought I was going to follow what I wanted to do at first, I had a whole different idea for each nail. That's basically the way that my set came to life, I guess. Yeah, that's how my set came to life. I was inspired by my old set, and then I just went a whole different route. So I'm doing a glitter ombre on my thumbnail, and also Frosty Sweets does have chunks of snowflakes in it. That's a pro, I would say, because being that they're so chunky, I really do want to point out how nice and flush that matte top coat makes the nail look though. For the pointer, I did end up following the inspo picture for the half and half split nail. For this design, I make sure that my bead isn't too wet, but it's not too dry, because I want to make sure that I'm able to manipulate the bead enough to make sure that it's crisp. But I also don't want it runny and going all over the place where I can't control it, because I will be putting Endless next to it. If you're a returning viewer, you already know I flip-flop between each nail all the time. I don't complete one nail in one go. I just have to sit there and like do all of them, even though they're all different designs, and then I'll go back and complete them. And also with these type of designs, I have to wait for the acrylic to dry anyway, just so I could make sure I can go in and shape up my lines, make sure they're straight enough, or whatever the case may be, and then I could add the color that I want next to it. So starting every other nail helps me pass the time waiting for the acrylic to dry. The layout of the middle finger is kind of the same concept as the pointer, but instead I'm ombreing the bottoms, so I'm not fully covering the nail. I think this is my favorite nail, the ombre, because of how I decorate it later. Stay tuned for that, but this is definitely my favorite nail. When I tell you that I'm quite literally always winging my sets, I am always winging my sets. Do y'all know the nail techs who like to sometimes draw their sets out on Procreate or whatever they draw their sets on? I cannot do that. Everything just comes from my mind, like it's drawn in my mind, right? So when I did the ring finger, I was thinking I was going to do another half and half nail, but no. In the middle of doing this nail, I decided, let's do a French tip, which I'm glad I did that sooner than later, but now I had to completely try to form this almost half and half nail into a French tip, which wasn't hard because again, I did it sooner than later, but still, I am just always winging it. Now, I knew that since I have glitter everywhere else on the nails, I wanted to really capture the moment of the icy nail look because it's already busy to look at with the glitter. So I just wanted to make sure you can see that I did this icy design. So I went in with just endless for the pinky as a ombre into the little cute icy nail design that I did underneath it. And I think that just really topped off the set. It was a cherry on top. I'm going in with the file to make sure my lines are crisp before I add the cover color to my pointer finger and my middle finger, and I'm also making sure that the French tip is crisp. Before adding my cover color, I am going in with clear to cap the glitter because I don't want any of that cover color accidentally going into the grooves of the glitter, if that makes sense. So just to be safe, I'm clear capping my glitter before moving on. Finally adding in endless to complete the half and half split nail. I'll be doing that to the pointer finger as well as the middle finger, and then the rest of the nails are going to be clear capped so I can start the filing process. So I'll be back to come talk to y'all when I'm done putting the cover color in, filling in the gap, and also when I'm done clear capping. It's time for my least favorite part, but also my favorite part of the nail process, and I'll let you know why it's my favorite part but also my least favorite part. Before I do that though, in the comments below, let me know what's your favorite part of the nail process as well as your least favorite part of the nail process, since I'm telling y'all mine. But it's my favorite because when I shape on my clients, I love it. It's so satisfying. It's also nice to just see the shape come back to life. It's my least favorite part as well because on myself, it's like I'm throwing up gang signs. I can never win. I have to put my hands every which different way in order to file and get the correct angle that I need. It's really an art to file your own nails. But that's why it's my favorite part and my least favorite part of the nail process. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I had to glue my nail back on a little bit before it actually came off because I felt it lifting while I was filing so aggressively. Look at that shape. Oh my goodness. So now since we finished shaping, I'm going to apply cuticle oil to my nails and I'm going to buff them out. I apply the cuticle oil just so there's no ridges in the nail. It really just smooths out the nail very nicely. So I like to apply cuticle oil before buffing, and then after I do the cuticle oil and the buffing, I'm going to make sure I scrub the crap out my nails with soap and water and my manicure scrub brush that I'll show y'all in a little bit after I finish buffing these nails. But that will help take off any cuticle oil, and then I'll wipe them off with alcohol so there's no leftover residue. We're going to add more life to these babies with some decorating, and I'm going in with the Makartt Rhinestone glue because duh, we're adding rhinestones. So that's why this is my favorite nail out the set, because they were already sparkly and all that, so I wanted to add more sparkle by adding some bling. It wouldn't be a video by Dream if I filmed a clip out of frame, which I definitely did, which is why I don't have a video of me decorating my ring finger. Instead, though, I'm giving y'all me putting on top coat on my nails, which I feel like is the best part anyway, especially when you have glitter. So enjoy me putting on top coat on these nails, and I'll come back when I show you the finished set. This is the finished set. Oh my goodness, I just love a dream come true. I hope y'all enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed filming it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a snowflake down below if y'all made it to the end of this video. And I'll see you dreamers in my next video.